I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
Lamont Roach is preparing to destroy Tank Davis, not just for another battle. A contentious majority draw in the first bout ignited a fire in Roach that is becoming hotter every day. That battle demonstrated Roach's skill, heart, and durability to take on one of the sport's most feared punchers. But this time, Roach isn't merely attempting to stay alive. He's establishing himself as a dominant force and making it obvious that Davis must do something different if he hopes to leave Las Vegas with a sense of accomplishment.
Because I think that the next fight is going to be a whole lot better. And I think the next fight is going to end with somebody being on the canvas, in my opinion. But I think that Lamont Roach, I want to give a shout out to Lamont Roach for putting up such a amazing performance. We never seen anyone stand there toe-to-toe with Gervonta Davis. We never seen anyone there throwing punches, power punches, at Gervonta Davis.
The situation in Roach's camp has gone into overdrive. Every exercise, drill, and minute spent in the gym is intended to improve his movement, build his body, and sharpen his coordination. No aspect of his game is unaffected. He receives more than simply physical training. It's a battle of the mind. Daily a struggle to improve himself as a person, his staff has been outspoken about their strategy, encouraging Roach to be more than just a proficient ring technician. They want him to be a powerful fighter who uses unrelenting accuracy and mental toughness to break his opponents.
Done deal, and it's not far off. I can't give you more than that right now, but what I can tell you is that it's going to be an interesting fight. I think you've got dynamics. You've got Gervonta, who's probably going to be angry, probably woken up, probably more focused than he has been, not talking about retirement. That's a factor.
H's training videos clearly emphasize synchronization. Roach has been executing intricate footwork patterns and switching between offensive and defensive stances with ease. He has better balance, sharper angles, and faster pivots. He's trying to move with intention at every turn, intended to open. A space or seal one-off Roach is aware that one mistake may mean the difference between a crushing knockout loss and success against a puncher like Davis. He's fine-tuning his lateral movement, ensuring he can pivot out of danger and counter with pinpoint accuracy.
What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, that's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder. If that didn't get me the win, and I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have room.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night. I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be.
This has also shifted to Roach's body. He has gained muscle for endurance as well as power. When the thrill wears off and the pain starts to set in, he wants to outlast Davis so he can crush him down. Using resistance bands, kettlebells, and bodyweight exercises that replicate the motions he'll require in the ring, Roach is pushing his boundaries while performing strength circuits that cause his muscles to tremble. His core is a fortress. Every twist and crunch reinforces the base from which he'll generate his power shots.
To be a boxing fan, that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we taking?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's gonna be soon. I'm hoping it's gonna be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
Roach's training isn't just about size. It's about explosive, full-body power. His team has him focused on movements that transfer energy from the ground up. Medicine ball slams, plyometric push-ups, and high-intensity sprints. He's building a body that can absorb damage and deliver it back, built for war. But perhaps the most crucial element is his movement. In their first fight, Roach frustrated Davis by constantly switching stances, changing levels, and using feints to keep him guessing. Now, he's doubled down on that approach. Hours are spent sharpening head movement, hand speed, and reflexes. Sparring sessions turn into a chaotic dance of slips, rolls, and sharp counters, with Roach ducking under hooks and sliding out of danger before his opponents can recover. His style is elusive, reactive, and relentlessly dynamic, designed to break rhythm and control the pace. Tank is a predator that thrives on continual movement, as Roach is aware.
Front runner in him. If you push him, he will break, he will fold. It starts to add up because Lamont is from the DC area. They kind of know this. They grew up around him. They fought in the amateurs.
His father, who's his coach, has coached Gervonta in fights.
So that thing sort of comes to light where it's been held back from the public with the limited opposition level that Gervonta's fought most of his career. So having said that, you don't want to start too fast. You want to measure your pressure and bring it out because you know already what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a guy that you know you'll bring the bitch at him as the fight wears on. And you.
He's watched the video of Davis catching opponents who stand too tall, linger too long in the pocket, or leave their chins out for even a split second. Roach declines to join them. When sparring with larger, quicker men, he has to maintain his acuity to make every millisecond matter in order to discern the tiny muscle twitches and weight shifts that indicate an impending shot. He is training his eyes just as much as his body.
Three times actually this year. I
definitely lost. Well, no, like I said, I'm off it though. He ain't lose to me, but I also think the draw is respectable. But I also think I need to see that rematch because now he got to prove it.
Who got to prove what?
Tank. He got to prove it.
Dog him. You can't. It can't be close. You have to dog him, or niggas is gonna say like.
The mental toughness is also crucial. In order to thrive in the uncomfortable and find clarity when fists are flying and lungs are burning, Roach's trainers have been encouraging him to embrace the turmoil of the ring. High-pressure circumstances have pushed him over his physical limits, hardening both his body and psyche. Roach is being trained to maintain composure under pressure and to maintain his discipline even when his instincts want him to fight.
Like, look, man, if Tank ain't on his A game, it could go left for him.
I mean, yeah, I'll tell Tank that, you know, behind closed doors. If he don't focus up, it can go left for him. But Tank is a true competitor. Tank is a guy that he's scared to lose. So I think that night woke him up like, oh shit, like this shit can really go left any given moment. You see him already back in the gym. I see him already, like, you know, he's staying off the internet. So I think he just got to make sure he's focused, make the right adjustments, and just you know, go out there and give.
Roach grinds through a grueling training camp. Gervonta, Tank. Davis hasn't stayed quiet. Reacting to the stream of training footage from Roach's camp, Davis made his stance clear. He's not rattled. He doesn't get the best of me twice, Davis said in a recent interview, a pointed reminder that the version Roach faced before wasn't the best Tank. The message is simple. The rematch will be a different beast. But Roach isn't taking the bait. He's not engaging in the war of words. His focus remains locked on the task ahead, sharpening his skills and conditioning his body and mind for battle. Trash talk doesn't faze him. He's more concerned. With Davis's fight-ending left hand and devastating hooks, Roach is crafting a game plan to defuse that power and drag Davis into unfamiliar territory, deep waters where quick knockouts don't come easy. He's preparing to test Davis's endurance, patience, and ability to adapt under pressure.
Lamont not being any big names, so they overblow it.
I think so, yeah, and I feel like people just don't like Tank to a point where any little thing, just because he ain't knocking him out, he probably feel as though that he lost, and he didn't, or it was a draw. You know, I feel like Tank was doing a lot of smart things in the beginning. He was moving a little bit too much, but I feel like he was still like frustrating him and things like that. And I think Tank did a good job. Like he looked sharp to me. You know, I don't know. People just be talking. You know, at the end of the day, you can't please everybody.
watched Roach's shadowboxing in front of the mirror, his gaze fixed on his reflection, his fists cutting through the air with surgical accuracy, exudes a subdued intensity. He's imagining the battle, envisioning himself countering with compact, crisp hooks, ripping body shots, and slipping punches. Roach is not merely preparing to defeat Davis. In order to reveal the weaknesses that even a champion carries into the ring, he is preparing to break him. Davis and his team have been informed by his corner that they should not anticipate the same strategy. A man who is content should not be expected to...
Same thing, same results. You know, proof is in the pudding. I mean, let's be honest. Lamont is the better fighter. He's the pound-for-pound great. He beat a supposedly pound-for-pound great. Let's give him his flowers. He's the pound-for-pound great at 135. Enough said.
Do you think, with the knee, obviously, has been the controversy, you know, of the whole situation? Do you think that changed after potentially being knocked down and what people saw?